Good morning. My name is Superintendent Michael Cox. I'm the Chief of the Bureau of Professional Development, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Boston Police Recruit Class 5818. May I ask everyone to please rise as Recruit Class 5818 enters the hall, escorted by the Boston Police Honor Guard and the Gaelic Column. Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem by Police Officer Kim Tavares.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Sergeant LaBelle, please retire the colors. Please be seated. Okay. Thank you, Officer Tavares. Joining us on the stage for the ceremony today, the Honorable Martin J. Walsh, Mayor of the City of Boston, Boston Police Chaplains, Grand Rabbi Y.A. Korf, Father John Conley, Father Sean O'Connor, Reverend Gregory Groover, and Police Commissioner William G. Gross, and Superintendent-in-Chief Gregory Long. On behalf of the Mayor and the Commissioner, I'd like to express our thanks to Mr. David Gibbons, the Executive Director of the BCEC. We want to thank him and his staff for hosting us for this event today. The staff has been fantastic, and certainly we are grateful for the hospitality for the use of this facility. I'd also like to recognize and thank Ms. Kathy Kearney and Ms. Dana McGillicuddy of the Police Commissioner's Office for their invaluable assistance in putting this event together. Please welcome Department Chaplain, Grand Rabbi Y.A. Korf, for the invocation.
Detail on, cover.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, we ask your blessings on those gathered here this morning, on those about to enter into a service to our city and a commitment to our people, which demands the dedication of their very lives. As these men and women today assume responsibility for the exercise of power in the protection of our people, may they be conscious as well of thy power and thy protection, O Lord, that in the rigors of their duties and the pressures of the moment, these new officers will know in their hearts and minds and souls the wonder and the grace of thy peace, O God. We pray for them and for their families as they embark not just upon new careers, but upon new lives. Guide them, protect them, and sustain them, for they are doing holy work. Bless them in their new tasks for in their tasks they bless all of us. In thy name we ask this, O Lord. May this be God's will, and let us say amen.
Detail, read, cover. Platoon, take seats.
Thank you, Rabbi Korf. It's my pleasure to introduce the Mayor of Boston for his remarks. Please welcome Martin Walsh, Mayor of the City of Boston.
Thank you, Superintendent Cox, and I want to thank the entire team at the Academy for incredible work that you do. To the Commissioner Gross, Chief Long, and the command staff, thank you for being with us here today. To Kyle Jenkins, Chairman of the Boston Police Foundation, thank you for being with us today. The Boston Police Academy, all of the staff, the captain and the staff, thank you. To Rabbi Karoff, Reverend Groover, Father Conley, and Father Connors, thank you as well for joining us this morning here. To the spouses, the children, the parents and the grandparents, the great-grandparents, the uncles, the aunts, the godparents, the friends, anyone who had a hand in raising these fine, upstanding citizens, congratulations to all of you today for your great work. You should be proud of it, and you can clap. I want to thank Chief Hooley from Boston EMS that's here with us this morning as well as State Representative David Beal from South Boston. Thank you, Representative Beal, for being with us today. To all the Academy staff who had a hand in teaching and guiding these brand new law enforcement officers, you are all should be very proud today. Congratulations to the recruit class 5818. The entire city of Boston is proud of your outstanding work. Congratulations to all of you. You have proven through your training that you are ready to take on one of the toughest and most important jobs in the world. You are joining the first and the finest and the best police force in the United States, and I congratulate you on this honor. I want to especially give a shout out to our 33 military veterans joining our force for your continued service to our country. Thank you to our veterans, and to all the veterans in the room, thank you for your service. I want to give a special shout out from me to you to the 21 members of the class who completed the Boston Police Cadet Program. I could not be more proud of the Boston Police Force as Mayor of the City of Boston. This year, our population in Boston has grown to over 700,000 people. It's the first time in over 50 years we have 700,000 people living in the City of Boston. We have workers and students and businesses, people that are flocking to our city to be part of what makes us great. A big reason for our success in the City of Boston is our safety. Even as our city has grown in the last 5 years, our crime rate has fallen roughly 25% over that same time. This year alone, our major crimes are down by 10%. We are one of the safest big cities in America, but that's thanks to the incredible work of our police officers, our men and women of the Boston Police Department. And we can clap, somebody clap, thank you for that. And more than that, at a time when community police relations are an issue across this country, this department has set a very high standard of professionalism, respect, and building trust in our neighborhoods. You set the standard in the critical work officers are doing every single day while you're patrolling a neighborhood, talking with a resident at community events, playing sports, basketball, hockey, whatever it is with our young people, or responding to a crisis. You are respected role models and guardians for the safety of our city. And now Commissioner Gross has taken this work to a whole new level by creating the first Bureau of Community Engagement. This is a job that's constantly evolving, and we ask more of our officers now than ever before. It's more than responding to emergencies. It's being part of a support system for our communities, working with public health, social services, and working with youth professionals. I want you to know that your city will always support you in this work, and you'll be making sure the investments that we make are going to back your work up. We've increased the Boston Police Department budget this year alone by 3.4%, or that's $13.8 million. This is money that's going towards a full array of needs, from new equipment to additional officers to more support for social service and prevention. We're adding 115 new officers today, bringing the total to 2,214, creating the largest force in over a decade here in the city of Boston. This will help with our presence in our neighborhoods, and we continue to make sure our officers reflect the diverse communities that we serve in Boston. Our budget reflects our strong commitment to keeping our city safe and strong. It also reflects our city's unwavering commitment to our police department. We have the utmost respect and responsibility that you're about to take on. It takes a special kind of person to be a good police officer, and you all have proven you have what it takes to make our city proud. I just want to take a moment to thank you and congratulate each and every one of you. I know that this was not an easy climb to the seat today. You should be proud. And when you're leaving here today, make sure you give your families a hug, because you put them through a lot of grief, all the studying and the complaining you probably had to do, your family had to put up with. But I know that everyone here is proud of you. And I was saying, the commissioner was saying, as you were walking in, how proud he was, and I am, of this class. The largest under our tenureship, and one of the largest ever, one of the most diverse ever, one of the best trained ever, if not the best trained ever. So to this recruit class, congratulations, a job well done.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Please welcome Boston Police Commissioner William Gross for remarks, directly followed by the oath of office.
Good morning, everyone. Woo, what a proud day. I'd like to thank everyone for attending today. You're showing this city that you do care about law enforcement, and you do care about those that will serve and protect you as we welcome in our new brothers and sisters. I'd like to thank the mayor, Mayor Walsh, our clergy, our elected official. Big shout out to Mr. Gibbons, the director, for allowing us this venue. Let me tell you something about the mayor, folks. Everyone knows me, I'm not political. When we saw that this city was growing and then we needed to enhance our numbers so that we can do our jobs, the mayor never wavered. He says, we'll give you what you need. Thus before you, you see one of the biggest, the largest academy classes graduating since the mid-'80s. So let's give a hand to Mayor Walsh. He also implemented change in 2016 when he reintroduced the Boston Police Cadet Program, in which we have 21 proud members of the cadet family that are in this recruit class. I was a cadet. But you're a family of blue. The thin blue line between good and evil. A member of the first police department in the nation, incorporated in 1854. You're now members of one of the best community policing models in the country, as touted by President Obama and your colleagues from across this country. I'd like to thank you for your hard work, grit, determination over the past 6 months as you were honed to join this proud family. As what was taught to you at home was reinforced by a great academy staff. Let's give them a hand. Thank you, Superintendent Cox and the academy staff. Reinforced at home, we're talking about empathy, sympathy, care, and respect, fair and impartial policing, procedural justice, de-escalation, all in your heart, because you will go out and you will serve your communities well. And folks, look at the diversity of this group. Our police department should reflect every neighborhood that we serve, and we're well on the way. So your charge, that's right. Boston's come a long way. We got a little work to do, but we're well on our way. You didn't get here alone. Your family and your friends will continue to be integral to how you perform in the streets, to your support. So at this time, I want you to give a hand to your family and friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the family and friends. You're going into a job that's not easy. Seemingly, there's a lot of anti-police sentiment, and there is. Not everyone wants this profession, but you are the chosen. I want you to go forth with pride in knowing that this is an honorable job. You're here to save lives, to change lives. And in 21st century policing, you will wear many different hats. You will be fathers, uncles, sisters, brothers, psychologists, doctors, lawyers. And we even have an ice cream truck for you. So, know this, you will do well, because from our great command staff on down, you will have tremendous support for you out in the streets. Now we're going to get to the fun part real soon. Another thing before we take the oath. For the friends, for the family, for everyone here, we're very proud of our officer wellness program that we have initiated. I'm telling you right now, if there's any problems that you need to address, any thoughts, any concerns, you won't be ostracized or criticized by sharing your feelings and making sure that you're well physically and mentally. The days of being ostracized and criticized are over. I think it's important for the family members to know that we have their backs. We have a great peer support system, all of our unions in the BPD, and our great medical facilities, the mayor, and everyone you see before you on this staff and this stage is concerned about you and officer wellness. This is a new day where we have your back, and we will make sure that you are taken care just as you take care of the community. So continue to take care of yourselves, educate yourselves. You have to earn this. Until you do, keep in shape. And now, what we've all been waiting for, it is time for the oath of office.
Platoon, attention! Ready, hands!
I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I will obey all department rules and regulations with integrity and to the best of my ability. I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties incumbent upon me as a police officer with the Boston Police Department. Congratulations, class of 5818. You are now Boston police officers. Let's give them a hand. Woo! All right, that's all for you. And trust me, you have family here. You're going into one of the best police unions in the world. We actually teach other countries. The Boston Police Patrolmen's Association, I know President Leary is here. Again, we have your backs in all ways. So be proud, and I will be right out in the street with you. I love my job, folks. I will never leave what we call the arena of being a street cop. So again, let's give them a huge congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Please welcome President of the Recruit Class 5818, Police Officer Matthew Gaffey, for his remarks.
Thank you, Superintendent Cox. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Before I get started, I would like to extend appreciation on behalf of Class 5818 to Mayor Martin Walsh and Commissioner William Gross for being in attendance today, as well as our other honored guests. It means a great deal to us to earn your confidence and support. I also want to thank the families and friends of officers of 5818 who have been there for us each step of the way on this difficult journey. It meant a great deal at times just to hear a friendly voice. Your support in our times of need and weakness revitalized our strength and kept our inspirations alive. My fellow officers, I can't tell you how happy it makes me to say that. My fellow officers. We come from many walks of life. We have city locals from every neighborhood, prior law enforcement, veterans from every military branch, military reservists, cadets, fathers, and mothers. However different the circumstances were that brought us here, we now share a common bond. It has been 7 long months since training day 1 on December 3rd. Those days filled us with a lot of uncertainty. Uncertain about who was going to stay, who was going to go. Uncertainty about how we were going to make this whole academy thing work. Nothing can make a person more uncertain than spending day in and day out, muddy and cold. A couple hundred rounds of belly-back feet can make anyone humble. Shuffling around the academy till the sun went down, and once home, preparing everything we needed to do it all again the next day. On the bright side, if we ever had a bad start to our day, we could always be sure to find a public sidewalk to reset it. Would you believe that it was a good day if you didn't have a Form 26 to write? Or an even better, if your squad competed well in PT and earned extra shower time. But we still walked up that hill towards Academy. We were tired, we were worn down. Every day we walked up Washington Street to be in time for roll call. We kept the faith. Faith in ourselves, faith in each other, faith that we were being prepared for every possibility that we may encounter in our careers. The transformation is an exhausting process. Officer Owens said it best when he compared the training to refinement. Impurities can only be stripped away by fire to forge quality steel. But the results are sitting before you today. Officers who are dedicated to serving their communities in every aspect. Yes, we were tired, but we were also driven. Many of us have been waiting most of our lives to be here today. All of us stood and fought to be here today. That is something people will always look up to. You may not know it yet, but you are an inspiration to someone. Some child somewhere wants to be just like you. That is because you protect their family, and they want to do that too. The uniform we now wear by the men and women who wore it before. That you are someone who can help. A strong standard has been set by Boston police officers before us. And as the department's future, we are ready to live up to those standards. People will look to you as their rock during chaotic times. You will be calm, and you will guide them through the struggle, because the past 7 months have exposed you to chaos, and eventually it had no power over you. On behalf of Class 5818, I would like to thank the Academy staff for going above and beyond and making sure we receive the best police training offered. Squeezing lifetimes of experience and lessons into 115 minds and bodies over a period of 7 months is no light task. Your dedication to preparing us for the realities of the job was not lost on us. Every lesson, sometimes harshly taught, was designed to save lives and understand the seriousness of the responsibilities we just swore to uphold. Even if we were a slow study, it was nothing a 3,000-word Form 26 couldn't solve. You challenged us more than we were comfortable with pushing us past what we thought were our limits. I didn't know there were mountains in Boston. There are, and we climbed them, both mentally and physically. You stressed us and demanded that we remain functional. And so we learned to perform under stress. We learned how our body and how it responded to stress. We felt the signals and grew acquainted with it. You tested us to know us, to see what was inside the many faces trudging up Washington Street every morning. The testing got us to rely on one another. We rose together and fell together as a unit. Individuals don't do well at the Academy. You tested our strengths and taught us our weaknesses, all to prepare us for a real test, a test you won't be present for, a test we can't Blue Jay, a test that you have already faced in unpredictable formats. You know there are no more resets. You have covered many hard corners we may encounter and gave us our most important tool, a tactical mindset. We are here now on graduation day with our toolboxes filled, our minds sharp, and our hearts ready. We thank you for your dedication, and our families thank you for when our training brings us home safe. Class 5818, we have reached a milestone here today. Be proud of it. We met as strangers in a chaotic place, but together we saw it through to the end as brothers and sisters. Be proud of yourselves and each other. We earned it. Never forget your training and never quit. Stay hungry, hungry to learn and improve. Stay committed to each other. When someone needs your help, don't hesitate to answer the call. Continue to make opportunities. Collectively, you have raised over $13,000 in various charities, such as Cups for Kids with Cancer, the Suffolk County Children Advocacy Center, the 100 Club of Mass. There are always opportunities to help make a difference in someone's life. Continue to help support those efforts in ways you are able. In closing, I ask that God keep us all safe and bring us home to our families each day. Congratulations to you and all your families. Thank you.
Thank you, Officer Gaffney. Well done. And thank you and all the recruits for your community service efforts that you made while you were in the academy. You've already made a positive impact on our neighborhoods and have represented the city and your class favorably with the citizens we serve. Lieutenant John Flynn will now conduct a special awards section of the program. If Chief Long could present each award.
Thank you, Superintendent Cox. The first award, the Deputy Superintendent William J. Hogan Award, named in honor of a well-respected instructor at the Boston Police Academy. This award is presented to the recruit officer who achieves the highest grade average in the subjects of constitutional law, criminal law, motor vehicle law, and municipal law. The Hogan Award goes to Boston Police Officer Ryan O'Leary. I would also like to mention that Officer O'Leary has a degree in communications from Boston College and has a master's degree in criminal justice from the University of Massachusetts. Stay right there, Officer O'Leary. The second award, the Academic Achievement Award. This award is given to the recruit officer who ranks first in the class in overall academics. The Academic Achievement Award goes to Boston Police Officer Ryan O'Leary. The third award, the Physical Fitness Award. This award is presented to the recruit officer who achieves the highest assessment score on specific physical events. The events are push-ups, sit-ups, bench press, and the 1 mile run. The Physical Fitness Award goes to Boston Police Officer Stephanie Villegas Hogue. I would also like to mention that Officer Villegas Hogue has a nursing degree from Villanova University, as well as serving as a captain in the United States Army. The final award, the Firearm Proficiency Award. This award is presented to the recruit officer who achieves the highest score on 4 firearm qualification courses. The Firearm Proficiency Award goes to Boston Police Officer John Coffey. I would also like to mention that Officer Coffey served overseas as a sergeant in the United States Marines.
Commissioner Ross will now present a special award to the Boston Police Foundation. If Mr. Carl Jenkins, the chairman of the foundation, could join us on stage to accept the award and share some words on behalf of the foundation.
sir. Carl. Let me say a couple of words about this great man and the foundation. It's the Boston Police Foundation. When I told you you weren't alone and that people had your back, Mr. Carl Jenkins leads a foundation that makes sure that when we need something, we have it. Whether it's equipment or anything to do with officer wellness, the Boston Police Foundation has stepped up. We're now a part of the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention. We are again working with hospitals to make sure that each and every officer in the Boston Police Department will be of sound body and mind. So, Mr. Carl Jenkins, thank you for what you've done for our law enforcement family.
Thank you. Thank you all. On behalf of the Boston Police Foundation, I would like to send a heartfelt congratulations to all of you sitting here today. You have accepted a challenge to serve and protect the city of Boston, and I commend you for that. As the Commissioner said, my name is Carl Jenkins, and I am proud to be the chairman of the Boston Police Foundation. We are a nonprofit organization that was created and managed by civilians, although we do have several ex-retired law enforcement officers on our board, but we all have strong ties to the city. We are individuals who work in Boston, live in Boston, and play in Boston. And we enjoy the city for everything it has to offer. We truly love Boston, and we believe the Boston Police Department plays a significant role in making Boston such a great place to work, live, and play. When you look out the front doors of this building, you see offices, retail shops, restaurants, apartments, condos, most of which did not exist a few short years ago. The growth of this part of the city is just a small example of the strength of this city. And I firmly believe we would not be seeing this success, as the mayor said, without the incredible contributions the Boston Police Department makes to the citizens and visitors to our city each day. Our foundation's motto is, "We back up Boston's finest." We are proud to be your backup because we know how vital a role you play in this city's success. Our foundation provides services and funds in 4 main areas: officer health and wellness, community policing, new technology, and new equipment for items that often are not included or fall outside the department's annual budget. Our main priority, however, is your health and well-being. We understand the toll that this job can have on you and your family, and we are here to help. Contrary to what you may see throughout the media, there are a lot of people who want to help and support you, and that is something I want you never to forget. I would like to congratulate you again and wish all of you the best of luck in your service. I'm humbled to be here with you today and hope to see you at some of our foundation events throughout the year. Thank you all.
Sir, stand by. Another piece of information, the Boston Police Foundation funded the cost of this venue so that we can all be here at this great celebration. So again, it's with honor that we present Mr. Carl Jenkins with the Boston Police Department Special Citation for your dedication to the Boston Police Department and the communities that they serve. Thank you, sir. Let's give him a hand. Step over here.
Thank you, Commissioner, and thanks to Mr. Jenkins and the Foundation for all their efforts, especially surrounding officers' health, wellness, and all what all that they do for the police department. Now we're at the best part of the ceremony, I'd say. The Mayor and the Commissioner will now present the badges, certificates to the recruits as Captain Philip Trinzi, the commanding officer of the Academy, calls each recruit and their pinners to the stage.
Police Officer Michael Walsh, being pinned by his father and mother, Peter and Marie Walsh. Police Officer Cartia Milianzia Fradier, being pinned by his father and mother, Lorenzo and Lucia Barreto, sisters Ladeshi and Onisi Fraderi. Police Officer Manuel Andrade, being pinned by his mother and father, Felipa and Jamie Andrade, girlfriend Celia Garcia, mentor Rob Herlihy, and nephew Lawson. Police Officer Salvaris Reynoso Santos, being pinned by mother Myra Santos, girlfriend Suhari Peralta, daughter Lalani Rayoso, and stepfather Andres Tapaya. Police Officer Daniel Bamford, being pinned by father and mother Warren and Patricia Bamford. Police Officer Jacques J. Noel, being pinned by Sister Stephanie Shea, Father Eugene Noel, and Mother Lourdes Bastine. Police Officer Leslie DaCosta. Ren Mariano. Thank you. Police Officer Jose Correa, being pinned by Mother Maria Dominguez, grandmother Maria Lopia, and Father Manuel Correa. Police Officer Kyle Christian Ryan, being pinned by Mother Mary Ryan. Police Officer Mark Osis Jr., being pinned by father and mother Mark and Patricia Osis. Police Officer Scott Michael Griffin, being pinned by wife Erin Griffin, daughter Haley Johnston, sons Gavin and Noah, and mother Camille Griffin. Police Officer Antoine Day, being pinned by wife Hannah Day. Police Officer Jason Villanueva, being pinned by Mother Magdalia Villanueva. Godfather, Boston Police Officer Jose Ruiz, and fiancée Jacara Janos. Police Officer Matthew Clarity, being pinned by wife Kristen Clarity, Mother Robin Mullen, and Father Coleman Clarity. Police Officer Gerard N. Giblin, being pinned by his wife Jacqueline Giblin, son Maverick Giblin, and daughter Monroe Giblin. Police Officer Brendan Murphy, being pinned by Sister Anna Murphy. Police Officer Delma Silva Gomes, being pinned by Mother Maria Matos and son Jaden Gomes. Police Officer Adolfo Paulino, being pinned by father and mother Adolfo and Maria Paulino and brother Jacob Paulino. Police Officer Owen Russell, being pinned by mother and father Kerry and Frederick Russell, brother Boston Police Officer Michael Russell, and other brother U.S. Secret Service James Russell. Police Officer Alfredo Araujo, being pinned by daughter Amelia Araujo, parents Alfredo Araujo and Dulcie Olivio, and sister Anna Araujo and wife Joanna Araujo. Police Officer Nicholas W. Kubani, being pinned by his father and mother Bill and Lisa Kubani and sister Hannah Kubani. Police Officer Matthew T. Gagnon, being pinned by mother and father Karen and Tom Gagnon, his friend Paula Loud, retired Mass State Police, and friend Barry Sullivan. Police Officer Jordan Wells, being pinned by his girlfriend, Francesca Concepcion. Police Officer Ryan Black, being pinned by his father, Boston Police Sergeant Brian Black, girlfriend Stella O'Donnell Leach, and nephew Julian Monzon. Police Officer Louidor Michel, being pinned by his pastor, the Reverend Leslie Green. Police Officer Daniel Fulham Jr., being pinned by his mother Ellen Fulham, father Boston Police Officer Daniel Fulham, and girlfriend Ashley Gubalt. Police Officer Michael Mustachio, being pinned by his father and mother, Warren and Anna Mustachio. Police Officer Kevin Mendez, being pinned by his wife, Anna Beatriz Mendez, and brother, U.S. Army Sergeant Oz Mendez. Police Officer John Woods, being pinned by his father and mother, Jack and Susan Woods, and grandfather, John Woods. Police Officer Ryan D. O'Leary, being pinned by his wife Kate, son Casey, daughter Nora, and father, retired Brookline Police Chief Dan O'Leary. Police Officer Stanley J. Pina, being pinned by son Ethan Pina, daughter Evelyn Pina, girlfriend Isabel Barros, and parents Adriano Perez and Otila Barros. Police Officer Brendan James Buccelli, being pinned by his grandfather, retired Boston Police Patrolman Robert McLaughlin, mother and father Jeannie and Mark Buccelli, and brother Timothy Buccelli. Police Officer Matt Farley, being pinned by wife and son, Melissa and Drew Farley. Police Officer Daniel Roca, being pinned by Father Louis Roca and Mother Rosa Rosa. Police Officer Sean Burke, being pinned by Mother and Father Mary and Armand Burke. Police Officer Nicholas Schultz, being pinned by Father Swampscott Police Detective Jim Schultz and Mother Michelle Schultz. Police Officer Taylor Green, being pinned by her brother, Boston Police Officer Arthur Green. Police Officer Juan Henriquez, being pinned by his wife, Christine Shaughnessy. Police Officer Stephen Chen, being pinned by his wife, Andrea Lam Chen, and daughter, Skylar Chen. Police Officer Hamilton Balthazar, being pinned by his friend, Boston Police Officer Claude DeFay, wife Tanya Balthazar, and father St. Lise Balthazar. Police Officer Christopher Hamilton, being pinned by his father, Boston Police Sergeant Detective John Hamilton, and mother, Susan Hamilton. Police Officer Christian Nigel Da Silva, being pinned by his father and mother, Nigel and Pamela Da Silva, and brothers Daniel and Brandon Da Silva. Police Officer Louis Capriles, being pinned by mother Santa Guerrero. Police Officer Darrell Dawsonville, being pinned by his father, Boston Police Detective Gene Dawsonville, and mother, Berenice Dawsonville. Police Officer Matthew James Began, being pinned by his father and mother, John and Mary Began, and grandmother, Nora Madden. Police Officer Kevin McCarthy, being pinned by his wife, Kaylee McCarthy, and grandfather, retired Quincy Police Officer Paul Hacker Quinn. Police Officer Kylie Langton, being pinned by her parents, Donna and Scott Langton, and nephew, Cole Tabaj. Police Officer Leah Allen, being pinned by her father, Michael Allen. Police Officer Andrew James Guarini III, being pinned by his wife, Samantha Clapton, mother and father, Marie and Andy Guarini. Police Officer Gabriel Abreu, being pinned by his daughter, Gabrielis Abreu, mother, Jurgis Mello, and girlfriend, Jasmine Valentine. Police Officer Sean P. Gannon, being pinned by his father, retired Boston Fire Department Mike Gannon, and mother Joan Gannon. Police Officer Matthew K. Gaffey, being pinned by his father and mother, Brian and Kathleen Gaffey. Police Officer Patrick Fulham, being pinned by his mother Ellen Fulham and father Boston Police Officer Daniel Fulham. Police Officer Mitchell Gambon, being pinned by his father, retired Boston Police Detective Andy Gambon, and mother Karen Gambon, and girlfriend Kate Ryan. Police Officer Richard Santiago, being pinned by his fiancée, Christina Torres, father and mother, Richard and Joanny Santiago. Police Officer Michael Antonelli, being pinned by his father and mother, Tony and Carol Antonelli. Police Officer Matt, his mother Brenda DePiero, sister Jillian DePiero, and nephew Logan Hampton. Police Officer Brian Coughlin Mulvey, being pinned by his father, retired Boston Police Sergeant Detective and current Boston College Police Sergeant Robert Mulvey, and mother Maureen Mulvey. Police Officer Gustavo G. Medina, being pinned by his daughter Peyton Medina, fiancée Karen Whalen, and mother Gladys Montalvo. Police Officer Stephanie Nicole Villegas Hogue, being pinned by her girlfriend Andrea Smith, mother Christine Hogue, father Carlos Villegas, and stepmother Mary Villegas. Police Officer Randy Del Valle, being pinned by his son Ethan Del Valle, mother Mina Leva, and girlfriend Elizabeth Silveria. Police Officer Jose Sanchez, being pinned by Mother Evelyn Colon, Father Jose Sanchez, and daughter Jocelyn Sanchez. Police Officer Brian F. Harrington, being pinned by Mother Mary Harrington. Police Officer Ralph H. Blaine, being pinned by his fiancée Jacquelina Oliverio, daughter Emelina Blaine, mother and father Marilyn and Ifraze Blaine. Police Officer John Coffey, being pinned by his father and mother James and Patricia Coffey. Police Officer Christopher Dennis Myers, being pinned by his wife Christina Myers, son and daughter Cameron and Mia Myers. Police Officer Jonathan Hippolyte, being pinned by fiancée Lexi Giatrellis. Police Officer Jefferson Herrera, being pinned by his sister Leslie Herrera and father Louis Herrera. Police Officer Jonathan Lewis, being pinned by Mother Patricia Lewis and friend Hartford Police Officer Jill Kiddick. Police Officer Shane Finn, being pinned by his grandmother, Dorothy Sullivan. Police Officer Castro Clamat, being pinned by Sister Aland Clamat. Police Officer John Flaherty, being pinned by his brother, Boston Police Officer Bill Flaherty. Police Officer Morris Liu, being pinned by his mother, Lon Pham. Police Officer Brian Fitzgerald, being pinned by his mother, Phyllis Fitzgerald. Police Officer Jared George Hogan, being pinned by his uncle William Catazone and mother Mary Catazone. Police Officer Tasha Hibbert, being pinned by her mother, Lorna Hemsley. Police Officer Eric Foley, being pinned by his uncle, Retired Boston Police Officer Jack McGee. Police Officer Kamisha Lisa Cherry Green, being pinned by her mother Denise Denton, boyfriend Jamal Hall, and cousin Boston Police Sergeant Detective Victor Evans. Police Officer Gull Hassan, being pinned by his friend Anthony Murray and wife, Boston Police Officer Sarah Jane Hassan McDade. Police Officer Jordan Aragonez, being pinned by his sister Amanda Aragonez, Uncle Patrick O'Brien, and Mother Karen O'Brien. Police Officer John S. Jean, being pinned by his wife, Yokiko Akehi. Police Officer James Hosey, being pinned by his mother, Boston Police School Traffic Supervisor Linda Hosey. Police Officer Anthony Dowling, being pinned by his Police Officer Jonathan Fernandez Santos, being pinned by his mother, Joaquina Santos, sister Joanna Fernandez Santos, and brother, Jovan Santos. Police Officer Jeffrey Jelinis, being pinned by his uncle, Jack Griffin. Police Officer Joseph Michael Houtmeyers, being pinned by his mother, Deidre Houtmeyers, and fiancée, Sarah McEllen. Police Officer Benis Peguero, being pinned by his sister, Cheney Peguero. Police Officer Corey Thomas, being pinned by Mother Jean Epps and Uncle Keith McCarthy. Police Officer Kevin O'Leary, being pinned by his father and mother, Steve and Sue O'Leary. Police Officer Thanasia Tibbs, being pinned by her daughter, Elisa Costa, parents, Latricia Carter and Taryn Tibbs, and grandparents, Jesse and Patricia Stokes. Police Officer Stephen Kovaleski, being pinned by grandmother Joan Brumbaugh and father Keith Kovaleski. Police Officer Kevin Montero, being pinned by his father and mother, Jose and Sandra Montero. Police Officer Terrence O'Toole, being pinned by father and mother, both Boston Police Detectives, Allison and Terrence O'Toole. Police Officer Emmanuel Ortega, being pinned by his wife Carolina Sumido Ortega, son Levi, and daughters Nia and Eva Ortega. Police Officer Sarah Malone, being pinned by her father, Deputy Chief, Boston Fire Department, Scott Malone, and mother, Robin Malone. Police Officer Brian Piccirillo, being pinned by his father, John Piccirillo. Police Officer Max McGuire, being pinned by brother Edward McGuire, mother Beverly McGuire, and grandmother Shirley Duggan. Police Officer Alex Rosa, being pinned by his wife, Angela Rosa. Police Officer Timothy Croak, being pinned by his mother, Deborah Croak, and girlfriend, Courtney Guthrow. Police Officer Matthew Entwistle, being pinned by his grandfather, retired Boston Police Captain John Daly. Police Officer Saquon Terrell Sparks Clancy, being pinned by fiancee Evelyn Soto. Police Officer Mike Garcia, being pinned by daughter Leilani Garcia and sisters Jadira and Zira Garcia. Police Officer Joseph Campo, being pinned by his wife Taylor and daughter Kate Campo. Police Officer John Wilson Westcott, being pinned by father and mother John and Kate Westcott, sister Liz Westcott, and girlfriend Laura Nicholas. Police Officer Jimmy Wen being pinned by his mother, Na Wen, and sister, Lynn Wen. Police Officer Carmen Sarai Padron being pinned by Mother Helen Lopez. Police Officer Eliza Vasquez being pinned by daughter Adriana Vasquez, goddaughter Isabella Hernandez, and mother Carmen Vasquez. Police Officer Christopher Bird being pinned by father and mother Alan and Patricia Bird. Police Officer Ryan Fulham being pinned by his father and mother, Richard and Claire Fulham. Police Officer Tony Alexander Romero being pinned by his parents Tony and Marinellis Romero, brother Hamlet Romero, and girlfriend Ariane Costa. Police Officer Matthew Thomas Turner being pinned by wife Danielle Esposito Turner, father and mother Ken and Christine Turner. Police Officer Nicholas Erb, being pinned by his father and mother, Donald and Leslie Erb. Police Officer Colin McCarthy, being pinned by his father, Boston Police Officer Brendan McCarthy. Police Officer Julian Velez, being pinned by his mother, Alba Preciado. Police Officer Christian Coyne, being pinned by his father and mother, Brian and Margarita Coyne.
How about we give a big round of applause to Boston Stewart police officers? Please welcome Department Chaplain Reverend Gregory G. Groover for the benediction.
Platoon, attention! On cover.
Let us pray. Gracious God, as we prepare to leave this ceremony, this extraordinary graduation, our great city will be safer because of the addition of 100 plus incredibly talented, well-skilled, and prepared police officers. We thank you for this gift. And now as they go out into the streets to protect our city, we pray that you will provide them with your protection. As they keep their eyes on the streets, oh God, as your eye is on the sparrow, may your eyes be on them. And as they keep our city protected with peace, equip them and their families with your perfect peace. Now they go out, but they never escape the presence of your Spirit because you are their refuge and their strength. And we praise you for each of them and for them all and their families. So your grace be upon them, your love, your prosperity, rest, rule upon them now and forever. And for these things in your name, your holy and righteous name, we all say, amen.
On behalf of Mayor Walsh and Commissioner Gross, thank you all for joining us today, and we wish all the new officers the very best in their careers. Police Officer John Ezekiel will now conduct the closing ceremony by retiring the class guidon, and Superintendent-in-Chief Long will have the honor of logging in class 5818, with the dispatcher and police operations. Thank you all for joining us today.
Good, front, sir!
Yankee C2 to operations.
Operations is on. Clear channel, go for the chief.
Recruit class 5818 is Ocean Nora. Congratulations on a job well done.
Yankee C2 operations has that. Boston Police operations on all channels and Baypern area-wide 3 to surrounding departments. Boston Police Academy recruit class 58-18 is now logged on. May God keep you, and good luck. Boston Police Operations KCAB 13.
Platoon, left, voice. Class 5818, for the last time, dismissed! Sir, yes, sir!